I'm sorry for the sound of my fan and my AC, but I cannot turn them off. I am swinging wildly between being burning up and freezing, and honestly, I would rather just put a blanket on when I'm cold and take it off when I'm hot. The AC is staying on, basically, is what I'm saying. I just napped for like 5 hours and I don't feel good, but listen, my head feels like a fucking spinning ass pumpkin. Like somebody is pumping that shit full of air and spinning it, smacking it like a tetherball. I think that's what it's called. It's got to be like sinus issues or something because I cannot hear out of this ear at all. I cannot. This ear is completely fucking plugged. But I just got shaken, whatever, out of my sleep by a phone call from a family member. So every year my family has this really big Christmas Eve party, and it's like the one time of year that you see absolutely everyone in my family. Everyone is there, including my ass that doesn't show up to family events. I don't come to hang out on the weekends, you know what I mean? And it's this family member, and she's like, hey, so I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna go ahead and order my boys, the same thing that I got everyone else. And I was like, cool. And she's like, well, let's just hope that it gets here on Christmas Eve. Let me tell you the reason that I'm salty about this, guys. Let me tell you the reason that I'm salty about this. There's like the grandkids, me, my sister, my, other siblings, and my cousins. And then there's the great-grandkids, our kids. Every year, the great-grandkids all get the same present. One year, they all got iPads. One year, they all got laptops. One year, they all got Apple Watches. But guess what? Not mine. Not mine. My children have been proven time and time and time again to be a major afterthought to my family. And I am not surprised by this because my ass is an afterthought to my family, and I have been my whole life. It's just a cycle, and it is continuing with that. Bitch, if it did not take everything in me, it took every fucking thing in me to be like, don't even bother because they don't need whatever it is. My kids are going to have a fucking amazing Christmas, and it's not going to have anything to do with you. Nothing to do with you. They're about to have the best Christmas they've ever had in their lives, and it has nothing to fucking do with you. Shay, why do you put up with it? Why do you go every year? Because I'm an afterthought, so nobody buys me gifts, they just give me money. I never leave that damn party with less than a couple $100, and I always need it, that's why. But it's just like, I swear to God. Sincerely, I believe with my whole head, heart, and ass when my grandmother dies, I will never see any of those bitches ever again, and I won't care. I won't. When I tell you guys I finally feel like well enough, F-I-L-L, well enough to paint my nails, and this is what happens. Like, of course, this is just, Dayquil is literally carrying my ass like an angel right now. That's the sound of the lights coming out around me in like an ethereal manner, I like how I was sitting here and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do something nice for myself, make myself feel a little bit better. I took a straight shot of this shit right to the damn throat. Breathed it right in. It was not good. It was horrible. Speaking of shots, yeah. Shot. I hate everything right now. Like, to be honest with you guys, the whole everything can fuck off my nose is getting ready to run. Do you ever have a moment when you're sick and you think about all the times in your life that you thought you felt like shit and you're like, you know what? I would give a lot to go back to that moment when I thought I felt that and I absolutely didn't. It's really a good thing that I can't smell right now. God damn it. I'm telling you guys right now, the other day when Epps and I went to the Dollar Tree and I picked these up, I think I jinxed myself. Because I usually never keep tissues in the house. I'm a toilet paper bitch through and through. And I get some fucking tissues and all of a sudden I need them. Oh my god, I got an email from YouTube and it caused me to like freak out a little bit because I rarely ever get emails from YouTube. And so I was like cocking my head to the side a little bit trying to read it and I couldn't, so I quickly closed out of my little program that I use to make videos, and I lost fucking 10 minutes worth of footage of me just sitting here talking. Oh. I'm warming up Epps's beard warmer because I have this plan. I have something that I want to try. But what I was talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by my software crashing. I wanted to talk about what I was talking about last night because I don't want anybody to think that I like take my kids to a fucking Christmas party where they sit there and have to watch everybody else open presents while they don't get anything like my parents did to me. Because that shit was fucking traumatizing. Every year on Christmas Eve, by the way, I look fucking crazy in that the last second of that. Every year on Christmas Eve, Mr. D goes with his dad. Because they do like what we do at grandma's, which is, dinner and presents at his grandma's, at his dad's mom's house. And Mr. E depends on if he's with me or if he's with his dad. And that all depends on whether or not I know if they got the same presents as everyone else. Like last year, everybody got a laptop. It was a Chromebook. And so he went with me. The year that they made sure everybody got an iPad, he got to go with me. He did end up going with me the year that everybody but him and Dee got an Apple Watch. Thankfully, they didn't care about it. I just didn't understand buying a bunch of kids Apple Watches in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna break them. They don't fully appreciate them. That's like buying them a fucking Fitbit. Why are you going to buy a pack of 8-year-olds a Fitbit? They don't care. You know what I mean? But no, I have no desire to traumatize my children the way that I was traumatized when I was a kid and everybody was surrounded by presents and I only had like a card from my aunt that lives in like Maryland. Not usually, always ends up happening is that they go with their dads and I go by myself because I gotta get my Christmas cards. So what happens on years when I know they're not getting the same big present as the other kids is they go with their dads. And I just bring anything that they get home, Christmas cards, little gifts that like maybe my mom or my sister got them, and I bring them home and they just open them on Christmas Day. I just don't have any desire to pass that trauma, the trauma of sitting there watching everybody around you opening presents while you don't have anything, which is what happened to me when I was a child. I don't really have any desire to pass that on to my kids. But yeah, they are getting the same big presents as everyone else this year, so E can go with me if he wants to. Shay, why don't you say anything? Because I'm not going to force anybody to love my kids. I'm not going to shove my kids in somebody's face and be like, I need you to treat them equally. Why? Because I've spent my entire life, for as long as I can remember, my earliest memories are like 4 years old, trying to figure out why my family doesn't like me. What the hell did I do as an infant to have my whole family hate me from the moment that I was born? I'm not going to try to force anybody into my kids' lives. Either you're going to be there because you want to be, or you're not going to be there at all. Hold on a minute. I feel like SpongeBob when he had the suds. I thought that I had like lost my hair extensions, the ones that I got for my birthday. And Epps picked up this like random reusable Aldi bag and it had wigs and shit in it. And he's like, I'm pretty sure that they're in here. And I just took his word for it. We're about to find out whether they are or not. I just had this fucking like random moment where I was like, I bet my hair extensions would look cute with this cut. I don't know why. They absolutely are in here. What does that say? Waffly good deals. Shut the fuck up. They are in here. Along with I don't even know what else is in here. some blonde hair too. I cracked the shit out of my knee. First of all, I was all like hunkered over, hobbling over to the other side of the room, and I come back and I like swing my giraffe-sized body down to like plop onto my chair and just crack the fucking hell and all out of my knee. I like how they're curly, and I just sat here and straightened my hair. I love that. I love that for me. I love how there's like two different lengths. I can't remember what. I don't know if they're 12 and 14 or 14 and 16, and they're all just blended in there together. Oh, that's nice. That felt good. I just spent 5 minutes straightening all 3 hairs on my head. These bitches are curly, kinda wavy. Oh, they're curly. They're kind of curly. I feel like my ex, who tried to gaslight me into thinking that I don't have curly hair. I told my grandma that he said that, and she got very, very angry about it. He literally was like, you don't have curly hair. Like, you don't have curly hair. No, I've only, at that point, lived in my body for like 29 years. Like, what the hell are you on? If I put the longer ones in, I can have a mullet. I can have a mullet if I put the longer ones in. I did have a mullet for a little while there. I think before I started a YouTube channel, I had a mullet. Oh my god, I can't breathe. One of my dogs was having a fucking meltdown. Did I put this on backwards? No. Okay, it looked like it still looks like it's on backwards. Whatever. One of my dogs was having a meltdown in the backyard, and I thought everything was not okay. So I ran down there to check on him. I knocked down a stack of Christmas gifts, and also felt like I was floating the whole time I was just moving through my house. I think that Dayquil is working overtime. What if I give myself a mullet just for funsies? The other day when I was in the dollar store, they had these perfume body spray things that were named after like famous singers, and there was only like 4 of them left, and like 3 of them was Dolly Parton and 1 was Whitney Houston, and I smelled the Dolly Parton one and it smelled so bad. It smelled so bad. And I was thinking, you know, I've never sniffed Dolly Parton before in my life. I'm not worthy to, you know, lick the dog shit off of her shoes, but I don't think that this is it. I don't think this is the one. It was very like musky, and not in a good way, and I didn't smell the Whitney Houston one, and I have regrets. It's not very nice though. Like, she's not alive to put her stamp of approval on it, you know? Ow, shit. Sorry. I feel like if I put these like too much on the side, it's gonna defeat the purpose. Oh my god. Maybe I need to put some shorter ones in there. Do you guys remember the seed mullets in the 2000s? People still do that. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. Look at my bald spot in comparison. That's just so... asking for it to expand by latching onto what little hair I have. Yeah. I saw this thing with Brittany Broski. I think she might have been talking to Trixie, but she was like, I'm so fucking bald and I get extensions and it's ripping my hair out, but I'm gonna keep getting extensions until there's nothing left for the extensions to hang on to. Felt. Heard. I probably should have brought a hairbrush over here with me, but you know me. Never fucking thinking about anything. I know every fucking track is visible on the back of my head. I know it. I feel like the fact that I've had a lot of caffeine is kicking in because I'm feeling like a euphoric burst of energy, and it's like fighting the fact that I'm sick. It's fighting it. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. That's not a hard word. In between nose blowing takes. This is what I'm using my little $5 keyboard that I bought that doesn't work. This is what I'm using it for. That's what it's technically for. Hi, me. Hi, me. That's what it's for. To hide. I like how I try to purposely squeak my chair and it doesn't work. It's to hold an iPad. So I guess it's kind of serving its purpose, even though I can't use it to type. Why is my hair so greasy when it's straight? It's not even straight. It's just straightened. I think I'm going to end my vlog because I feel a fever coming on. And I think it's like an actual factual fever and not just a hot flash. Please pray for these extensions because I don't have it in me currently to take them out. And I will get to the point where I'm just like, fuck it. But I wanted to say something. My Instagram DMs are not loading. They will not load. Joe sent me Christmas money on PayPal, and I went to tell her thank you, and the shit will not load. Like, first it was a black screen. Like, that's all that it was. And then now it's like showing the like top bar thing. I don't know what that is. The thing that I don't know what that thing is. That'll load, and then I can see like the different folders, like primary, general, and then whatever the third one is, but there's nothing there. And I went to send her a DM, and like none of our previous DMs loaded, but I had to go to like to her profile. I don't know if anybody else is having that problem, but I am. And like I hooked to like several different Wi-Fi's and used data and everything, and that shit will not load. But I wanted to tell her thank you for the Christmas money, and that I absolutely am going to be using it to get a new tripod. Cause like I love the little tripod that I got from the Dollar Tree, but it sits on my desk. I want one that stands up so that I can use it downstairs, because I was gonna like vlog while cooking, but I felt like it would be safer if my phone wasn't sitting on or anywhere near the stove. And then like yesterday, whenever I filmed my outfit, I had a really hard time getting a good angle because I had to put it on like a bench, and then my little tiny tripod that's like this big on top of the bench. And I was like, wow, life would be so much easier if I had a giant tripod. So that's exactly what that's going to go toward. But anyways, I have to lay down. My Dayquil is wearing out, and my Tylenol is wearing out. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Boy.